Ugh.
Restrictions have been pushed back for another month, 28 days later indeed. Feels like that period between the end of your A-level exams and getting the results, this endless limbo where you're waiting for life to start, interspersed only perhaps by big announcements from cheeses like Jamie Gorman, head of Morgan Stanley, saying that his tone will be changing if people aren't back at their desks. What strikes me though is this is a golden moment to sort out 3 challenges that have emerged during remote working. The first is that we need to communicate better with our own teams. Now, of course, I'm a researcher. I would say that. I talk to people about this stuff every day. But a poll came out this week saying that of 4,000 people surveyed, every single one of them could cite something they were anxious about in the return to work, and 56% of them haven't been asked or consulted at all. Now, this matters because other research has come out from Microsoft showing that 41% of us are considering changing role over the next year, and 46% of us are considering a major life pivot, perhaps moving house, of which more from Family Armstrong another time. So the action here is to have conversations with the people around you about how they want to work and how they need to work, not make dramatic statements from hundreds of miles away. The second thing to consider is productivity. The University of Chicago has put out a report of 10,000 tech workers, and it shows that they have increased their working hours by 30%, but their output hasn't increased at all, which means a decline in productivity of 20%. Now, we know why that is. Going back to that Microsoft report, there's been an explosion of meetings and calls and messages, and we're all so busy dealing with that, we're not doing any real work.
I'd say in a given week, I probably only do about 15 minutes of real, actual work.
So the action from here is to protect our time, to decline meetings, cancel meetings, shorten meetings, and reduce communication. We need to have a conversation with each other about how we do that. The third thing is our networks. We know that people have got closer to small groups around them and further away from that wider group of people that drive business, ideas, new clients, innovation, that are really important. So the action here is to make a list of the people that you haven't seen enough of in the last 15 months and work out a way to connect with them before everything becomes very intense again. I don't know about you, but my September and October are already looking jam-packed. So make time over the summer to see people virtually if you're not vaccinated or if you're a bit COVID sensitive, or perhaps in person if you're feeling more confident about it. It's possible that when you think back to that summer of being 18 between exams and A-level results, that quite a few amazing things happened. So don't underestimate what we can do with this time. To get any of the references and research that I've talked about today, you need to be signed up to the newsletter at armstrongpartners.co.uk. Next week, I'm going to be talking about the 3 big factors that I think will impact on whether offices stick with their choice of remote, office, or hybrid first. I'll see you next Friday.